Hello, welcome back to my channel. So today I am doing, it's a bit of a strange one, I'm going to be eating and taste testing some roast potatoes, basically on Google. So I don't know if it's right or wrong, because obviously we all know we can't 100% trust some of the things we see on the internet, but it did say that today is roast potato day. I can't remember if it's national or international, but it did say it was roast potato day. So I thought I would celebrate the day by taste testing some roast potatoes, and I haven't got a huge selection because I literally don't think I would have enough room, and it would take me all week, all month to finish it if I had a huge selection of roast potatoes. So I've only got a very small selection and I'm cooking them up, or I have cooked them up. Now I've only cooked up one from each one, basically because I'm actually quite full. I had some food earlier and I just don't think I could have handled any more than one from each place that I've got from. But what I am going to do is I'm going to have half on its own, so I'll take a bite out of it on its own, and then I'm going to try some of it with some gravy, because I mean everyone has roast potatoes on their roast and then covers it in gravy really, so I thought I'd have some of it with gravy and it'll probably help it go down a little bit for me as well. So the first one I've got is Aunt Bessie's. It's the frozen one. I'm sorry I don't have the packaging. It's just a bit of a faff to get it in and out of my freezer because I've got so much other stuff in there. So I haven't got the packaging. What I'll try and do is I'll try and get a picture of it and pop it up here or here, just so you can see which one I mean, but it is the frozen one. So we're gonna try that. I've just got a little pot of gravy here. It's not huge because I really don't have that many different ones. I've actually only got 5, so this is probably going to be a relatively quick video, but I just wanted to do this because I do love roast potatoes and it was roast potato day. So this is what it looks like cooked up. This is, as I say, this is the Aunt Bessie's one. It's relatively small, but it looks like it's got a good colour to it. Oh, it's really hot. So a couple of these actually look a little burnt. That's because I basically set a timer on my watch. Next thing I know, I look at it and the time is not even on. It's a good thing I thought about it and went to check the oven, really. That was really good. It was really nice and crispy. I say a couple of the other ones do look a little bit burnt, so it might have just been a little bit over, but nonetheless, outside very crispy, inside nice and fluffy, and it's got a really good taste to it as well. I'm going to try some of it with the gravy. Okay, so it is holding the gravy quite nicely. Works very well with the gravy. That's good. The crunch is like still there. Obviously I haven't like sat it in the gravy for a long time, but the crunch is still there. If you're like me, I don't actually like to cover my roast potatoes in gravy anyway. I can be a bit of a strange eater, I think. Like I like to keep things separate on my plate, and yeah, I wouldn't cover my roast potatoes with gravy because I like to make sure that they are soft and I don't want to get them soggy. So if I eat a roast, then the gravy usually only goes on the meat and sometimes the vegetables, depending on how the vegetables are cooked. So if it was like oven roasted vegetables, then no, but if it was just like boiled potatoes, then I would put the vegetables, then I would put the gravy on top of that too, but I would never ever put gravy on top of roast potatoes because I don't like them to be soggy. Anyway, enough about how I like to eat my roast. How does everyone else like to eat their roast? Let me know in the comment below if you're like me, or if you're one of those that will cover everything in gravy and you know, you will mix everything up, because I'm too peculiar. I just like having things particular, probably a bit of both. I like to have my things separate and I don't like my roast potato soggy. Moving on anyway, the next one I've got to try. Now, I did kind of forget which one was which, but I'm pretty sure I now have it in the correct order. And the next one I've got is these crispy roast potatoes from Co-op. Another point to point out is that they are all made with Maris Pipers, which obviously is one of the better potatoes to make roast potatoes with. This one actually has, I don't know if you'll be able to see, but it has bits of butter in there. Obviously, because I've not cooked the whole pack, mine's not been cooked with the butter in, so it will probably be ever so slightly different. And when you cook the pack, all the butter, I guess, would have melted. But nonetheless, the potato still looks good. So this is the potato. Now, out of all of them, actually, this is the one that looks like it's the least cooked, but they all take the same amount of time to cook. And this is definitely the one that just looks the least cooked, apart from this one bit. But I'm sure it's still good to taste. Let's see. So let's try some without any gravy first. Maybe it did need a little bit longer, but everything else was definitely over. You can kind of see the inside of it. It is kind of fluffy, but it just, something about it, it doesn't taste as good as the Aunt Bessie one. Like, I like potatoes and I will eat potatoes in all forms, but this one is just not that nice, actually. So I'm dipping it in the gravy now just to see if it'll get better. Okay, so the gravy definitely makes it better, but I think that's to be expected, really. Gravy definitely would make it better. So the cooking instructions were pretty much all the same for all of these ones. The only one that was different was the Aunt Bessie one, and that was going to be cooked at a higher temperature for less time. But then the rest of the ones that I've got now, including this co-op one that I've just had, they were all exactly the same temperature and the same timings, but that definitely seemed like it needed a lot longer in the oven compared to the other ones. And it didn't taste very nice. Maybe it would taste better if you cooked up the whole pack, because the butter would have melted as well. I wouldn't go for that one again personally. And if I'm honest, that was actually a bit of a pain to find because our local co-op didn't have any roast potatoes. I actually had to go to a different co-op and ended up finding them. But I wouldn't get them again. The next one I'm gonna try is, okay, so this is where my memory gets a little bit fuzzy, but I'm pretty sure, just looking at the colour of the potatoes, I'm pretty sure this next one is the Morrison's one. So again, it's Maris Piper's, it's just these Morrison's ones. Now the reason I say that I'm pretty sure it's the Morrison ones is because pretty much all of the ones in the pack actually are kind of a bit brown in at least one part of it. So I'm pretty sure this is the correct one, because this one is a lot darker in the areas. I really should have made more of an effort to remember which one was which, but I'm pretty sure this is correct. If not, then it's definitely been mixed up with the next one, so it won't be too bad. So I'm going to try this without the gravy first again. It's got really nice crunch. Probably because it does look like it's just had a bit too long in the oven, but it's got a really nice crunch. It's got a better taste than the co-op one, but I would say not quite as good a taste as the Aunt Bessie, the first one. So let's try it with some gravy. I say I've obviously not drenched it in gravy and it's not sat in gravy for a long time, but it's definitely kept its crunch, and it also holds the gravy better than the co-op ones. So it is similar to the Aunt Bessie and how it kind of holds that gravy, if you even know what I mean. Oh, it's really good though. So I'm still pretty sure that was the Morrison's one, but if not, then it might be this one. And that will be the crispy roast potatoes with goose fat from Sainsbury's, and it's the Sainsbury's Taste the Difference range as well. I am pretty sure that I have just tasted the Morrison's one, but I'm honestly, I'd say I'm 99% sure that I just tasted the Morrison's one and that this one is now the Sainsbury's one. But I may have got them mixed up, so that will teach me for not making more of an effort to make sure I knew which one was which. It's my own fault. I even folded the foil differently, but it didn't help for me to remember which one was which because I just forgot. Anyway, so this is the next one. All right, there we go. It's not really focusing on it, but that's the next one, and it looks pretty good as well. I say that I'm pretty sure this is the Sainsbury's one, but if not, it's the Morrison's one. But I will try it without the gravy first. It looks a little bit, actually, I don't think you can tell, but it does look a little bit kind of wet there. So whether that needed just a little bit longer as well. Now I'm really not sure if these are the Morrison's one, because the Sainsbury's one is with goose fat and it has a crispy coating. So part of me thinks that actually that last one I tried was the Sainsbury's one because it was much crispier and had a slightly better taste. Now I'm just dipping it in the gravy again, holding the gravy kind of okay. Why didn't I make more of an effort to remember which one was which? Why am I like this? I want to say that this one is actually the Morrison's one, purely because of the way it tasted and the way it didn't really crunch. I could have been certain, you know, but if that one was the Sainsbury's Taste the Difference, then it's definitely not worth the money. And I just don't think it was, like, it was the Sainsbury's one. I think that one must have been the Morrison's one. I can't believe I'm like this, you know. It's a good thing I've got them all and I will be trying them again later. At some point. Need to find room to put them first. Okay, well, we're going to move on to the last one, and I know for certain that this is the last one, and this is the Asda extra special range, and it's the beef dripping roast potatoes. So this one comes in a kind of this way. These, even though they're like obviously not cooked, these look great. So I know for sure that this is that one. And this is why I think that that other one was also the Sainsbury's one, because it just looks like it's got that same, like the same coating. So I think I might have messed up in the middle there. But anyway, let's try this one with no gravy. Oh yeah, that's good. Now I wish I'd made 2 of each at least, or at least 2 of these ones. Or just a whole pack of these ones. These ones are good. I'm just going to try it a bit with the gravy. So again, it does hold the gravy better and that crunch. Oh, this one's good. Oh yeah. So I really recommend these, but what I will say is I think these were the most expensive out of all of them, but my god, they are good compared to the other ones. Apart from my little mistake in the middle where I'm not 100% sure which one was which, but I would say that the one I tried after the Co-op one, that one was really good. So that's the one that I said was Morrison's, but I now think might have been Sainsbury's Taste the Difference, just because that quality is better, and usually Sainsbury's Taste the Difference quality is slightly better than kind of just your standard own brand, and that one was definitely better. Now if that was the Morrison's roast potato, then I'm shook. I have never used that phrase before, that's weird, but nonetheless, if that was Morrison's, then you know, go and get that, but I don't think it was. I definitely would not recommend Co-op though. I didn't enjoy those at all. You know, if you're looking to kind of treat yourself, then definitely Asda beef dripping roast potatoes. Obviously they're not even vegetarian friendly because it's beef dripping. So if you are vegetarian or vegan, then I wouldn't go for this. You wouldn't be able to go for this. But otherwise they're really good. And then yeah, I think that maybe the one I tried and I wasn't sure about that was good was the Sainsbury's Taste the Difference one. Luckily I get to eat all of these again, so I'll know for sure which one was which. But at that point I won't be able to tell you, so I apologise if I got something wrong. Again, these are cooked with goose fat, so again not vegan or vegetarian, so I would avoid that. If you are looking for vegetarian, then I would probably still go for Morrison's over Co-op. I just don't like the Co-op ones. I'm not 100% sure on the Aunt Bessie's either, if they were vegetarian or not. Check those. If you're vegetarian or vegan, definitely check the Aunt Bessie's one because they are good. So if they're vegetarian or vegan, then go for those. 100% go for those over the Co-op or the Morrison's, I would say, in terms of, you know, if you don't eat meat. This gravy is really good as well. This gravy is just the standard like Bisto gravy, but waste not, want not, right? Oh, it's a bit cold now. I definitely wish I'd made more roast potatoes, but they take so long to make, I'm not doing any more now. Is this strange? Or would anyone else sit and spoon gravy? I'm sure it's not that weird. It's a bit too cold though. It's because I made such a small amount, I'm just put it in a little pot. But anyway, I'm not sure what I was rambling on about just then. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this video, and with it being roast potato day, make sure you have some roast potatoes. It does coincide with it being Sunday, and I know a lot of people have a Sunday roast, so please have some roast potatoes. And I hope you enjoyed watching that little taste test. I now need to find somewhere to put them all and eat them, so wish me luck on that. But if you like this video, please give this video a thumbs up, and like, what am I talking about? My brain's not working. I'm kind of tired. I've kind of eaten a lot of food. What I'm trying to say is, like this video if you enjoyed it today. Please eat some roast potatoes because it's roast potato day, and subscribe to my channel for more, and I will see you again next time.